Hey everyone, Charlie here, and welcome to your masterclass on the Gershwin Rhapsody in Blue. Now, this is a piece that I've been playing a lot lately. I think last year was like it was some anniversary year for Gershwin. But I'm about ready to, I just got back from the Pittsburgh Symphony, playing it a few times, and I'm going to play it 8 times with the Boston Pops, and then in Korea just this May. As of recording this, it's April 2024 right now. So a lot of playing it, and this is one of my favorite pieces to play. I learned this, I think, for the first time when I was a teenager, and it's one of my favorite pieces to play because it incorporates jazz and kind of classical, but not really, and just jazz, and it's just a lot of fun to play, and everyone loves it, and it's like this all-American piece of music, which is just awesome. So if you want to hear me play it, I'll leave some links down below if I can remember to include them. If not, just look it up on my YouTube. Yeah, before we start, you know what to do. Be sure to like, subscribe, favorite everywhere, comment, all for the algorithm and stuff, everywhere. So YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, it's all at Charlie Albright Pianist. And yeah, so let's kind of go through this and get some ideas and advice. This piece it's essentially jazz, and so one of my biggest pieces of advice to people, I think, when about this piece is that you shouldn't play it like a classical pianist would play it. Because you lose so much of what makes it special when it's too, it's almost, if it's too calculated, if it's too exact, it loses some of that magic. This piece, all the notes are written out, but it should be played as if you're improvising on the spot. So it should sound like an improvisation. And you got to really feel the rhythms and the beats and stuff. So let's kind of start from the top and kind of give an idea. So you got the the iconic the clarinet doing this little thing, and it goes. And the first time the piano comes in. Oh, before we start, people always ask me what edition I'm using, and as a disclaimer, I am not an edition snob at all. This edition I think I had since I was a kid, so that's just why I have it. Nowadays, when I buy stuff, I usually buy like Henley Urtext. For like a couple reasons. One, it's just Urtext, so it's like not too much was changed from the original, but also like I just like the paper that it's printed on in the books, like because it stays open pretty good, and yeah. So for me, like paper quality and whether it closes on you or not when you don't want it to is important. So this particular version is an Alfred Masterwork edition. But yeah, I don't even know if they have edited by Maurice Hinson. I don't even know if they have a Urtext Henley edition of this or not. But if they did, that's probably what I would go for. Anyway, so let's start from the beginning. Measure 19 is where the piano first comes in. I like to kind of start this off as kind of like begrudging. It's like uncertain, unsure. It's like what's going on, kind of deep and rich. And the orchestra comes in. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. With the orchestra at that point, but don't be afraid to really, play out. This is just it's fun. And then you come into, it says scherzando, comodo, whatever. I would not suggest play it or anything even remotely close to that. That just sounds terrible. It should be improvisatory. Like, what's going to happen? I don't know. I'm just making it up. Piece, like I change up sometimes. There's one section I kind of do like give it a swing rhythm that's not written. I think it's okay to do stuff like that. Why not? But yeah, don't play it exact. Play it as an improv. Also pay attention to the inner voices. A lot of cool stuff. It's not just they got right. That's like blues, jazz, right? Circle A, which is measure 30. So I don't know, some editions have different things. This should be kind of percussive. Wrong note, but you get the idea. It's almost like when someone's like scatting. It's like that kind of thing. action. Whisper. Go all the way to the top. And balancing is important. You know, make sure you're bringing out the melody in most of the cases, and you know, also sometimes you want to bring out counter melodies. Now, you want to kind of get into kind of more of a established tempo, kind of somewhere in those two measures, because this is measure 39, 40, because then you got the orchestra is going to join you. So you want to, so this is 38. Kind of get into a set of a beat. Kind of place the beginning. Don't feel bad about ebbing and flowing. That's what, you know, a lot of that adds character to the piece. So same kind of a thing. Now we're at 48. You know, I like to kind of push and shove here, ebb and flow. If you play it, what a boy, that's not jazz, right? It's ebb and flow. What's going on? And now you're kind of getting to the agitated, poco agitato, a little agitated, right? So I don't feel bad about taking time, letting the sound clear, you know, placing the note. Just and then we're back to the same kind of thing as earlier. This is 65 now. Feel those off, like the chords, the things off of the rhythm, off the beat. It's not on the W, right? So it's kind of like scatting there too. By yourself this whole time, so you have a lot of freedom to, you know, take time. At 71 though, I would recommend being in tempo, because the orchestra comes right after you, and otherwise it'll be hard to like get together. So like 60, or this is 70. And you're going through, and then you're just accompanying now. Just have fun with it. Circle 7, which is measure 81, the orchestra, you're having a dialogue now with the orchestra. They're going like this. Be sure to like, you know, pull on the notes, even though they're octaves. Now we're at circle 9, measure 91. This is like the samba section, right? So feel the rhythms. It's, you know, a little less here. And then back at it. Keep it clear. Again, you're just accompanying. Measure 115, circle 12. The orchestra going. It's like you're driving it in. It's your turn to like interrupt the orchestra. The orchestra's having all the fun. You're playing the chord, but then suddenly you're. I like to kind of pull on these a little bit, like schmaltz them out. Orchestra has a little bit of time. Then you're at circle 14, which is measure 138. You're just kind of following the orchestra at this point. Frankly, these lower notes, like no one's probably going to be able to even hear them anyway. You're playing quiet, the orchestra's playing loud, and you're just playing like short staccatos anyway. Sometimes what I do here, I don't even play them as chords, I kind of roll them really fast. Okay, so on and so forth. Oh, let's go to measure 161. So, you know, you have like this interrupted bit, you interrupt the orchestra, that is, with octaves. Oops, that was horrible. Yeah, be sure to like go to the end. To the 1, 2, 3, the third beat. 1, 2, and then you come in. So the first couple measures, you're playing with the orchestra here. This is 170, but yeah, eventually then you go into your own solo again. So I speed it up after the orchestra leaves. So accelerando, going all the way to here. Now let it clear out. Heavy, clear, control. Here it's circle 19, circle C, measure 181. I take time, I ebb and flow a lot here. Voicing the bottom. That kind of a thing. Let's go on. This is 189. Sorry, wrong left hand. Here, I swing it. More steady. Keep eye on the conductor. It's kind of like an interruption. So, and then we got to this part here at the end of this section, 219. So we got 220 and then 221. And then you've got suddenly. You can take time here, but at 226, back to a tempo. Because you have that orchestra coming in and joining you, so it's hard to get the. If you're like suddenly, so I would suggest 226, 227 in tempo, the tempo you want to be in for like 228. All right, moving on. You have the solo section in like 24, circle 24, 243, that area there. Let's take a look at. Oh yeah, let's start there. Go to the top of each one of those. And then it's like, oh, what's going on? Here we go. Feel the beat. This part I would keep real simple. This is circle 25, measure 260. Feel the swing. simple. Then you got this kind of, this is like, what's going on, right? It's like, oh. And then in tempo. Keep it clear. Right hand clear. Really go for it. Have fun there. Moving on. The circle F, which is like measure 299. You can kind of keep the balance nice. Slowing down each time maybe, and then you're finally placing the last notes, including that top B flat, and you kind of pass it off to the orchestra, who comes in with the really beautiful part there. And then you of course have the schmaltzy 327. Have fun, enjoy it. 31, circle 31, which is measure 343 for those y'all following along. Feel the beat, and you're following the orchestra, so you got to keep an eye on the conductor there. And right after that, 32, which is 347. Solos, they're, it's like a cadenza, it's an improv. Have fun with all of it. Now, the fun part, measure 383, which is circle 33 in this edition. First time, very loud and aggressive. Second time, it's like an echo that's a little bit distant, a little bit slower, and then when you're accelerating, accelerate steady. Feel the beat. Feel the beat, feel the rhythm. Don't accelerate abruptly, otherwise it sounds like you're just messing up. At H, 427, at the end of that glissando, it depends on the orchestra and conductor you're working with, whether you go straight through 234, which is 429, or if you go up, pause, and then start together. So some people go... Or some people go... I've done it both ways. Have fun. You're following the orchestra through all of that. Here, you probably are going to play it straight through at 36, which is 453. Watch the conductor. And a tempo. And again, you're following the orchestra through all of this. And then you got the fun part. Oh, as you're going up, which is like 485. Some orchestras take it really slow down, some don't slow down as much. Follow the conductor, you're just following along at that point. And then you got the march. And just have fun. I like to feel the beat. So the offbeat. At the very end, take time, especially at like 512. They're just holding, so you can do, take as much time as you want to the end of the piece. You play together here. Here you play together. Now it's all you. Together at the end. So it's really about having fun and not playing it too exact. Now, it doesn't mean you play messy, but it does mean be free and be more flexible than you otherwise would be in the piece playing Mozart or Beethoven or something, because it's jazz, it's not classical. So it should sound and feel like you're improvising most of it, and you gotta have fun. Like that's a big part of it. Just have fun with this piece. Let me know if you have any questions down below in the comments. I'll see if I can get to those, and hope to see you at a concert live soon. And be sure to like, favorite, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff everywhere, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.